Quantum entanglement of fates. Captain Zara Chen stood on the bridge of the ESS Horizon, Earth's most advanced exploration vessel. Her dark eyes scanned the holographic displays, a frown creasing her brow. "Dr. Reeves, explain to me again why we're diverting our mission to investigate this anomaly." The ship's chief scientist, a lanky man with wild grey hair, practically bounced with excitement. "Captain, it's unprecedented. The quantum fluctuations we're detecting shouldn't be possible in normal space. This could rewrite everything we know about physics." Zara sighed, running a hand through her short, jet-black hair. "Fine, but we're on a tight schedule. The United Earth government won't be happy if we're late to the Centauri colony's independence ceremony." As the Horizon altered course, none of the crew could have imagined the chain of events they were about to set in motion. Hours later, alarms blared across the ship. "Captain, to the bridge." Lieutenant Yuki Tanaka's voice crackled over the comm. Zara sprinted from her quarters, heart racing. The sight that greeted her on the main view screen stole her breath away. A massive vessel hung in space before them, its hull shimmering with an otherworldly iridescence. Geometric patterns pulsed across its surface in hypnotic rhythms. "First contact," Zara whispered, a mixture of awe and trepidation washing over her. Dr. Ree's voice shook with emotion. "The quantum readings are off the charts. Their technology, it's like nothing we've ever seen." Zara straightened her uniform, squaring her shoulders. "Open a channel. All frequencies, all languages. Let's hope the universal translators are up to the task." For agonizing minutes, there was no response. Then, without warning, a beam of prismatic light engulfed the horizon. Crew members cried out in alarm as their bodies tingled with strange energy. The view screen flickered, and a figure materialized. Humanoid, but unmistakably alien. Its skin shimmered like the ship's hull, eyes swirling pools of liquid starlight. When it spoke, the words seemed to bypass their ears and appear directly in their minds. "Greetings, beings of carbon and limited dimension. We are the quantum architects. Your presence here is unexpected." Zara stepped forward, voice steady despite her racing heart. "I am Captain Zara Chen of the Earth ship Horizon. We come in peace, seeking knowledge and friendship among the stars." The alien's head tilted, an unsettlingly inhuman movement. Peace. An admirable sentiment, yet one often corrupted by baser instincts. "We have observed your kind from afar. Your potential is great, but so too is your capacity for destruction." Dr. Reeves couldn't contain himself. "Your technology, it's incredible. The way you manipulate quantum fields. Are you willing to share your knowledge?" A ripple passed across the alien's form, perhaps amusement or disdain. "Knowledge is not freely given, but earned. Show us you are worthy." Zara's diplomatic training kicked in. "We'd be honored to demonstrate humanity's achievements and values. Perhaps a cultural exchange." The alien cut her off. Words are wind. Actions reveal truth. Its gaze intensified, boring into Zara's soul. "Show me what you're hiding, human." The demand hung in the air, charged with tension. Zara blinked, confused. "Hiding? We've been nothing but open. Not you, specifically," the alien clarified. "Your species. The thing that truly defines you, that you keep buried beneath layers of civilization and reason. Show us the raw core of humanity." The bridge crew exchanged uneasy glances. How could they possibly fulfill such a request? Zara's mind raced. This was a test, but of what? Their technology? Their culture? Their very nature as a species? She took a deep breath, decision made. With respect, we can't simply reveal our innermost selves on command. Humanity is complex, full of contradictions and hidden depths. If you truly want to understand us, you'll need to interact with us. Observe us in different situations. Only then can you begin to grasp what makes us human. The alien was silent for a long moment. Then, to everyone's shock, it laughed. A sound like crystal wind chimes in a storm. An intriguing response, Captain Chen. Perhaps there is more to your kind than our initial scans suggested. The prismatic beam engulfed the horizon once more. Zara tensed, prepared for anything, an attack, a transport, oblivion itself. Instead, the familiar starscape outside the view screen warped and twisted. When it stabilized, they found themselves in orbit around an unfamiliar world of swirling purples and greens. "Welcome," the alien announced, "to the crucible of understanding. Here, your crew will face trials designed to reveal your true nature. Success will bring enlightenment and alliance. Failure," it paused ominously. "Well, let us hope it does not come to that." Before Zara could protest, the alien vanished, leaving them alone in uncharted space. "Orders, Captain," Lieutenant Tanaka asked, her voice tight with barely contained panic. Zara straightened, projecting a calm she didn't entirely feel. "We do what humans do best, Lieutenant. We adapt, we persevere, and we show these quantum architects exactly what humanity is capable of." As the crew prepared for the unknown trials ahead, Zara couldn't shake the feeling that the fate of Earth itself might hinge on their performance. The pressure was immense, but so was the opportunity. This was humanity's chance to prove itself on the galactic stage. One thing was certain: their mission of routine exploration had just become the adventure of a lifetime. Dr. Reeves approached, eyes gleaming with a mixture of scientific curiosity and trepidation. "Captain, the readings from this planet, they're unlike anything in our databases. The laws of physics themselves seem to be in flux." Zara nodded grimly. "Then we'll have to be ready for anything. Assemble a landing party, a mix of our best scientists and security personnel. We'll face whatever these trials are head-on." As preparations for the mission began, tensions ran high among the crew. Some were exhilarated by the prospect of alien contact and new discoveries. Others feared they were being led into an elaborate trap. Zara paced the bridge, mind whirling with possibilities. What could these advanced beings hope to learn from humans? And more importantly, what would happen if they were found wanting? One thing was clear: the next few hours would determine not just their own fate, but potentially the future of human-alien relations for generations to come. With a deep breath, Captain Chen steeled herself for the challenges ahead. Whatever trials awaited them on the surface of this bizarre world, she was determined to show the quantum architects the very best of what humanity had to offer. Little did she know, the true test had already begun, and it was far more complex and dangerous than anyone could have imagined. Quantum quirks and human ingenuity. The landing shuttle pierced the swirling atmosphere of the alien world, buffeted by winds that seemed to whisper in forgotten languages. Captain Zara Chen gripped her seat, knuckles white, as reality itself appeared to bend around them. "Brace for impact," Lieutenant Tanaka called out, fighting the controls. With a bone-jarring thud, they touched down on a surface that pulsed with otherworldly energy. As the team disembarked, they found themselves in a landscape that defied description. Crystalline structures floated in midair, their surfaces rippling like water. The ground beneath their feet shifted colors and textures with each step. Dr. Ree's eyes were wide with wonder. "It's as if the entire planet is one giant quantum computer." Zara activated her comm link. "Horizon, do you copy?" Only Static answered. They were on their own. Suddenly, the air shimmered, and the alien being from before materialized before them. "Welcome to the first trial, humans. Here, your adaptability will be tested." Without warning, the world around them transformed. The team found themselves separated, each facing a unique challenge that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Zara stood before a chasm that constantly changed width, impossible to judge the distance needed to jump. Dr. Reeves faced a wall of symbols that rearranged themselves faster than the eye could follow. Lieutenant Tanaka discovered her own body flickering in and out of phase with reality. "Overcome these obstacles," the alien intoned, "and you will prove your worth." Panic threatened to overwhelm them, but Zara's voice cut through the chaos. "Remember your training. We face the unknown before. Work together, think creatively. And so began a series of trials that pushed the limits of human ingenuity. Zora, realizing the futility of trying to time her jump, instead used her uniform's smart fabric to create a makeshift bridge, its nanomaterials stretching and adapting to the shifting chasm. Dr. Rees, his mind racing, discovered a pattern in the seemingly random symbols, a complex equation that, when solved, stabilized the wall. His years of studying theoretical physics paid off in ways he never imagined. Tanaka, fighting her own unstable existence, used her combat training in unprecedented ways. She timed her attacks to coincide with her moments of solidity, using the phase shifts to her advantage against simulated foes. As each team member overcame their personal trials, they regrouped, breathless but triumphant. The alien reappeared, its form rippling with what might have been approval. "Impressive," it conceded. "You have shown resourcefulness in the face of the impossible, but individual achievements are not enough. Now, you must work as one." The landscape shifted once more. The team found themselves facing a massive structure, a temple of impossible geometry, its corridors twisting in ways that hurt the eyes to follow. "Within lies the key to your return," the alien explained. "But beware, the path will challenge not just your bodies and minds, but the very core of what makes you human." Zara squared her shoulders, looking at her team. Despite the fear evident in their eyes, she saw determination there too. "We've come too far to back down now. Whatever's in there, we face it together." They entered the temple, immediately assaulted by a cacophony of sensory input. Walls shifted and reformed, gravity reversed at random, and visions of their deepest fears and desires flickered at the edge of perception. "It's trying to disorient us, break our concentration," Dr. Rees shouted over the din. Zora nodded grimly. "Stay focused on the mission. Watch each other's backs." They pressed on, facing challenges that tested every aspect of their humanity. Moral dilemmas with no clear answers, puzzles that required sacrificing individual glory for group success, physical trials that pushed them to their limits and beyond. Through it all, the team's diverse skills and backgrounds proved to be their greatest strength. Where one faltered, another found a solution. They supported each other, argued, compromised, and ultimately emerged stronger for it. Finally, they reached the heart of the temple. A pulsing orb of energy floated before them, its surface swirling with images of Earth, of alien worlds, of the vast cosmos itself. The final test, the alien's voice echoed around them. To claim the key, one must touch the orb, but be warned, doing so will open your mind to the entirety of cosmic knowledge. Few beings can withstand such an influx without losing themselves entirely. The team exchanged glances. The risk was enormous, but so was the potential reward. Who among them should take that final step? Zora stepped forward. "As captain, it's my responsibility." But Tanaka held up a hand. "With respect, Captain, I disagree. This isn't about rank or duty. It's about who has the best chance of success." Dr. Rees nodded. "Tanaka's right. We need someone with a unique combination of mental fortitude and cognitive flexibility." A heated debate ensued, each team member arguing their case. It was Zora who finally silenced them with a raised hand. "Listen to us," she said, a smile playing at her lips. "We're doing exactly what makes humanity special. We're not just choosing a champion. We're combining our strengths, our perspectives. What if that's the real test?" Understanding dawned on their faces. Without another word, they joined hands, forming a circle around the orb. As one, they reached out and touched its shimmering surface. The universe exploded in their minds. Countless eons of knowledge flooded their consciousness. The birth of stars, the death of galaxies, the intricate quantum dance of reality itself, all laid bare in an instant of terrible, beautiful clarity. But where other species might have been overwhelmed, might have lost themselves in the cosmic torrent, humanity's greatest strength shone through. They held onto each other, anchoring themselves in their shared experiences, their bonds of friendship and trust. They emerged from the vision gasping, forever changed, but still fundamentally themselves. The temple dissolved around them, and they found themselves back on the bridge of the horizon, the alien being regarding them with newfound respect. Extraordinary, it said, its voice resonating with genuine awe. You have succeeded where countless others have failed. You face the unknown not with fear or blind aggression, but with curiosity, teamwork, and an unshakable spirit. The view screen flickered to life, showing Earth hanging in the vastness of space. Your world is young, your civilization still in its infancy, the alien continued. And yet, you have proven yourselves worthy of joining the galactic community. Zara, still reeling from the experience, found her voice. What happens now? The alien's form began to fade. Now, Captain Chen, you return home as ambassadors of a new age. The stars await humanity. We look forward to seeing what wonders you will bring to the cosmos. As the alien ship vanished in a dazzling display of quantum energy, the crew of the Horizon stood in stunned silence. They had been changed, challenged, and ultimately validated on a cosmic scale. Zara looked at her team, seeing the mix of exhaustion and exhilaration on their faces. Well, she said with a grin, I'd say this qualifies as a successful first contact. Wouldn't you? Laughter erupted on the bridge, a release of tension and a celebration of their shared triumph. As the Horizon set course for Earth, Zara knew that this was only the beginning. Humanity had taken its first true steps into a larger universe, and the adventures that awaited them were beyond imagination. The stars beckoned, and this time, humanity was ready to answer the call. The quantum conundrum. As the ESS Horizon cruised through the inky void of space, the crew's excitement was palpable. They were returning to Earth as heroes, bearers of unprecedented knowledge and a message of galactic welcome. However, their jubilation was short-lived. Captain, we have a problem. Lieutenant Tanaka's voice was tense as her fingers danced across the holographic controls. Our quantum entanglement drive is evolving. Zara rushed to the bridge, Dr. Reeves hot on her heels. The main view screen displayed a dizzying array of data, the ship's propulsion system undergoing changes that defied explanation. It's as if our encounter with the quantum architects triggered some kind of transformation, Dr. Reeves muttered, his eyes wide with a mixture of fascination and fear. The drive is rewriting its own programming, integrating concepts from the cosmic knowledge we experienced. Zara's mind raced. Can we shut it down? Tanaka shook her head. Negative, Captain. It's tied into all ship systems now. If we power down, we might never restart. As if in response to their discussion, the ship lurched violently. Outside, space itself seemed to ripple and distort. By Einstein's ghost, Dr. Rees gasped. We're generating a quantum field that's warping reality around us. Alarms blared as the horizon was suddenly yanked into a swirling vortex of energy. The crew held on for dear life as the ship tumbled through what could only be described as a tear in the fabric of space-time itself. When the chaos subsided, they found themselves in a region of space unlike anything they'd ever encountered. Nebulae of impossible colors swirled around them, punctuated by stars that pulsed with rhythmic patterns. Where are we? Zara demanded, her voice barely above a whisper. Dr. Rees consulted his instruments, his face pale. According to these readings, everywhere and nowhere, we're in a state of quantum superposition, existing in multiple realities simultaneously. Before the implications of this could sink in, a familiar shimmering announced the arrival of their quantum architect guide. But something was different. Its form was unstable, flickering between states of matter and energy. Unexpected, it said, its voice echoing strangely. Your assimilation of cosmic knowledge has accelerated beyond predicted parameters. You have breached the quantum barrier prematurely. Zara stepped forward, her jaw set. What does that mean? Are we in danger? The being's form solidified slightly, taking on an expression that might have been concern. You have entered the quantum realm, a plane of existence where the laws of classical physics no longer apply. Few species ever achieve this, and fewer still survive the experience. Dr. Reeves couldn't contain his scientific curiosity despite the dire situation. Fascinating. A realm where quantum effects occur on a macroscopic scale. The potential for discovery is limitless, the quantum architect finished. And therein lies the danger. Your minds, your very beings, were not prepared for this level of cosmic awareness. Already, the fabric of your reality frays. As if to illustrate the point, Zara noticed with horror that the edges of her vision were beginning to blur. She looked down at her hands, seeing them phase in and out of existence. There has to be a way to stabilize ourselves, she insisted, fighting back panic. We've come too far to simply dissolve into the quantum foam. The alien regarded them thoughtfully. There is a possibility, though it has never been attempted with beings of your level of development. You must anchor yourselves to a singular reality, using the very quantum entanglement that brought you here. Lieutenant Tanaka, who had been quietly monitoring the ship's systems, spoke up. The drive, it's still evolving. If we could somehow interface with it, guide its development. Yes, Dr. Reeves exclaimed. We could use our collective consciousness, our shared experience of cosmic knowledge, to stabilize the quantum field around us. Zara nodded, a plan forming in her mind. All right, listen up. We're going to form a neural link with the ship's AI. Our minds, working in concert with the evolving quantum drive, might just be enough to navigate us out of this mess. The quantum architect's form flickered again. Be warned, humans. This endeavor carries great risk. Failure will result not just in your deaths, but in your complete erasure from the multiverse itself. Zara met the alien's swirling gaze. Understood. But humanity didn't come this far by shying away from the unknown. We're ready. The next few hours were a blur of frantic preparation. The crew worked tirelessly to modify their neural interfaces, integrating them with the ship's increasingly sentient AI core. All the while, reality itself seemed to unravel around them, the quantum realm's chaos seeping into every aspect of their existence. Finally, everything was ready. The core team, Zara, Dr. Reeves, Lieutenant Tanaka, and a handful of their most brilliant scientists and engineers, gathered in the heart of the ship. They lay in newly constructed quantum pods, a web of glowing circuitry connecting them to each other and to the pulsing heart of the evolved drive. Remember, Zara said, her voice steady despite the fear coursing through her. Focus on what anchors you to reality. Your memories, your connections, the very essence of what makes you human. Let those be our guide through the quantum storm. With a final shared look of determination, they activated the neural link. Instantly, their consciousnesses were catapulted into a realm beyond imagination. They existed simultaneously as individuals and as a collective, their minds expanding to encompass the ship, the surrounding quantum field, and beyond. They saw the intricate dance of subatomic particles, the hidden symmetries of the universe unfolding before them. Parallel realities brushed against their awareness, timelines branching and converging in dizzying patterns. For a moment, it seemed as if they would be lost in the cosmic symphony. But then something remarkable happened. Their human experiences, their emotions and memories, began to coalesce into a stabilizing force. Zara thought of Earth, of the responsibility they bore to bring this knowledge home. Dr. Reeves focused on the pure joy of scientific discovery. Tanaka held onto the camaraderie she felt with her crewmates, the bonds forged through shared trials. Slowly, painstakingly, they began to guide the quantum drive. Reality solidified around them, the chaos of the quantum realm giving way to the more familiar backdrop of normal space. With a final surge of collective will, they breached the quantum barrier. The horizon erupted back into conventional spacetime, its hull glowing with residual energy from their transdimensional journey. As the neural link disengaged, the crew found themselves forever changed. They had touched the very fabric of the cosmos and emerged not just intact, but evolved. The quantum architect materialized one last time, its form now stable and radiant. Extraordinary, it said, genuine respect in its voice. You've achieved what we thought impossible. Your species has proven itself not just worthy of joining the galactic community, but of helping to guide its future. Zara, her mind still reeling from the experience, managed a tired smile. We aim to impress. As the alien being faded away, promising future contact and cooperation, the crew of the Horizon took stock of their situation. They were back in familiar space, though changed in ways they were only beginning to understand. The ship itself had been transformed, now a hybrid of human ingenuity and quantum technology beyond their wildest dreams. Well, Dr. Reeves said, breaking the awed silence, I'd say this qualifies as the most significant scientific breakthrough in human history. The papers will write. Laughter rippled through the bridge, a release of tension and a celebration of their shared triumph. As they set course for Earth, Zara knew that nothing would ever be the same. Humanity had not just reached for the stars, they had touched the very essence of the cosmos itself. The journey home would be filled with discoveries as they unraveled the mysteries of their evolved ship and their own expanded consciousness. But one thing was certain, the future that awaited them was brighter and more wondrous than they could have ever imagined. The universe had thrown its ultimate challenge at humanity, and they had risen to meet it. Now, the true adventure was just beginning. Echoes of infinity. The ESS Horizon's return to Earth was nothing short of spectacular. As the ship descended through the atmosphere, its quantum-enhanced hull rippled with colors beyond the visible spectrum, a dazzling display that left onlookers awestruck. News of their arrival spread like wildfire across the globe. Humanity's quantum leap and cosmic heroes' return dominated headlines. Social media exploded with theories, memes, and hashtags like #QuantumPru and #CosmicRevolution trending worldwide. But amidst the celebration, Captain Zara Chen and her crew faced a new challenge, integrating their mind-bending experiences and advanced technology into a world that was suddenly feeling very small. Ladies and gentlemen, Zara addressed a packed auditorium of world leaders, scientists, and media personalities. What we encountered out there goes beyond our current understanding of physics. We stand at the threshold of a new era for humanity. As she spoke, holographic displays showcased glimpses of their journey, the quantum architect's ship, the reality-bending trials, and the awe-inspiring quantum realm. The audience gasped and murmured, equal parts thrilled and terrified by the implications. Dr. Reeves took the stage, his eyes gleaming with excitement. The quantum drive technology we've brought back has applications beyond space travel. Clean energy, instantaneous communication across vast distances, even the potential to manipulate the fabric of reality itself. The world listened, enraptured, but as the days passed, the enormity of their discoveries began to sink in. Governments scrambled to understand the geopolitical implications. Religious leaders grappled with cosmic truths that challenged long-held beliefs. The scientific community was in an uproar, decades of theories simultaneously validated and obsolete. Meanwhile, the crew of the Horizon struggled with their own evolution. Their expanded consciousness, a side effect of their quantum journey, manifested in unexpected ways. Lieutenant Tanaka found she could perceive quantum probabilities, seeing ghostly outlines of potential futures overlapping reality. Dr. Reeves often slipped into fugue states, his mind grappling with equations that could reshape the universe. Even Zara wasn't immune, experiencing vivid flashes of other realities, paths not taken, lives unlived. We need to find a way to control this, Zara insisted during a private meeting with her core team. Our experiences could revolutionize humanity, but if we can't manage our own abilities, how can we expect the world to handle this leap forward? Their solution came from an unexpected source. A young prodigy, Dr. Aisha Patel, reached out with a radical proposal. Her work in neural plasticity and quantum computing offered a potential way to harness their evolved minds. Think of it as a quantum neural network, Aisha explained, her holographic avatar gesturing excitedly. We can use the ship's AI as a stabilizing framework, allowing you to access your expanded consciousness without losing yourselves in the quantum foam. The implementation was grueling. Hours of mental exercises, experimental treatments, and frustrating setbacks pushed the crew to their limits. But slowly, they began to gain control over their newfound abilities. Zara stood before a quantum simulator, her mind interfacing directly with the swirling vortex of probabilities. With a thought, she could navigate possible futures, weighing the consequences of decisions before they were made. Incredible, she breathed, opening her eyes to see her team watching in awe. This could revolutionize everything, from disaster prevention to conflict resolution. But their triumph was short-lived. As the crew mastered their abilities, a new threat emerged from the depths of space. The Horizon's long-range sensors picked up a massive disturbance at the edge of the solar system. A tear in space-time was forming, far larger and more unstable than anything they had encountered before. "It's a quantum cascade," Dr. Reeves explained, his face pale as he studied the readings. "Our journey must have weakened the barriers between realities. If we don't find a way to close it, it could unravel the very fabric of our universe." As if to punctuate his words, reports flooded in from across the globe. Gravitational anomalies, spontaneous quantum events, even sightings of impossible creatures phasing in and out of existence. The boundary between realities was crumbling. World leaders turned to the Horizon crew in desperation. "You brought this to our doorstep," the UN Secretary-General said, her voice tight with barely controlled panic. "Now you need to save us from it." Zara looked at her team, seeing the weight of responsibility in their eyes. They had touched the cosmos and brought back wonders beyond imagination. Now they faced the consequences of playing with forces beyond their full understanding. "We'll need to return to the quantum barrier," Zara announced, her voice steady despite the fear churning in her gut. "Only by confronting the source can we hope to contain this." As preparations for their mission began, a new complication arose. Dr. Aisha Patel's quantum neural network had spread beyond its intended recipients. Reports of civilians manifesting abilities similar to the Horizon crew were pouring in from around the world. "It's like the cosmic knowledge is leaking into the collective unconscious," Aisha explained, her holographic form flickering with agitation. "We've triggered a quantum awakening in humanity itself." The implications were staggering. Humanity stood on the brink of an evolutionary leap, even as the universe threatened to unravel around them. The fate of not just Earth, but reality itself, rested on the shoulders of Zara and her crew. As the Horizon prepared to launch, its quantum drive humming with newfound power, Zara addressed her team one last time. "What we face goes beyond anything in human history," she said, her gaze meeting each of theirs in turn. "We're not just fighting to save our world, but to preserve the very nature of reality. The quantum architects showed us humanity's potential. Now it's time to prove we're worthy of it." With a final shared look of determination, the crew took their positions. The Horizon rose into the sky, its hull shimmering with quantum energy. As they accelerated towards the growing rift in space-time, Zara couldn't help but feel a sense of destiny. They had started this journey as explorers, become reluctant heroes, and now found themselves the guardians of cosmic balance. Whatever awaited them at the quantum barrier, Zara knew one thing for certain: humanity would face it together, with all the ingenuity, courage, and spirit that had brought them to the stars in the first place. The Horizon vanished in a flash of quantum fire, racing towards a confrontation that would determine the fate of not just their universe, but all of reality. The final chapter of their cosmic odyssey was about to unfold, and the entire multiverse held its breath in anticipation. Singularity's edge. The Horizon streaked through the solar system, a comet of quantum fire against the vast cosmic backdrop. Inside, the crew worked with frantic precision, their evolved minds interfacing directly with the ship's systems in ways that would have been impossible mere weeks ago. Quantum rift expanding at an exponential rate, Lieutenant Tanaka reported, her eyes glazed over as she processed vast streams of data. Estimated time to critical mass, 47 minutes. Zara nodded grimly. Dr. Reeves, status on the containment protocol. The scientist's fingers danced across holographic interfaces, equations spiraling around him in dizzying complexity. It's our best shot, Captain. By generating an inverse quantum field, we might be able to stitch reality back together. But the energy requirements are astronomical. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Zara said, her voice steady despite the weight of trillions of lives resting on their shoulders. All hands, brace for quantum transition. The horizon plunged into the swirling maelstrom of the rift. Reality itself seemed to scream in protest as they pierced the veil between universes. For a heart-stopping moment, the ship threatened to tear itself apart, the forces at work beyond anything their technology was designed to handle. Then, with a reality-bending lurch, they emerged into nothingness. An endless void stretched in all directions, devoid of stars, planets, or any recognizable feature of space. Only the swirling, cancer-like growth of the quantum rift marred the perfect emptiness. By all that's holy, Dr. Reeves whispered, his face ashen. We're beyond the edge of our universe. This is the space between realities. Before anyone could process this mind-bending revelation, a familiar shimmering announced the arrival of their quantum architect guide, but the being's usual air of aloof superiority was gone, replaced by an almost palpable sense of urgency. You have come, it said, its form flickering erratically. But I fear it may be too late. The cascade has begun. Zara stepped forward, her jaw set with determination. We have a plan to contain the rift, but we'll need your help. The quantum architect's form stabilized slightly, focusing on Zara with an intensity that made her skin crawl. Your species continues to surprise us, Captain Chen. Very well. What do you require? As Dr. Reeves explained their containment protocol, Zara couldn't shake a nagging feeling that they were missing something crucial. The pieces were there, just beyond her grasp. Suddenly, it clicked. The quantum awakening on Earth, their evolved consciousness, the very nature of reality itself, it all pointed to one inescapable conclusion. Wait, Zara's voice cut through the technical discussion. All eyes turned to her, the weight of the moment hanging heavy in the air. The containment field, it's not enough. We're thinking too small. Dr. Reeves blinked in confusion. Captain. Zara's mind raced, cosmic knowledge blending with human intuition in a moment of pure inspiration. The rift isn't just a tear in space-time. It's a symptom of a larger problem. The multiverse itself is out of balance. The quantum architect's form pulsed with what might have been surprise. You perceive the grand design, impossible. But Zara was on a roll, the pieces falling into place with crystalline clarity. The quantum awakening on Earth, our journey through the quantum realm, it's all part of a cosmic evolutionary step. Humanity isn't just joining the galactic community. We're meant to be the bridge between realities. Understanding dawned on her crew's faces. Lieutenant Tanaka spoke up, her voice filled with awe. The neural network Dr. Patel developed, it's not just connecting us to each other. It's connecting us to the fabric of the multiverse itself. Dr. Ree's eyes widened. Of course, if we could harness that connection, amplify it through the ship's quantum drive, we could rewrite the fundamental laws of reality. The quantum architect finished, its tone a mixture of fear and excitement. But the risks. Zara met the alien being's gaze unflinchingly. Sometimes, the greatest risk is not taking one. This is humanity's moment, not just to save our universe, but to fulfill our cosmic destiny. What followed was a frenzy of activity unlike anything in human history. The crew of the Horizon, their minds expanded beyond mortal limits, worked in perfect harmony with the quantum architect to reshape the very nature of existence. They reached out across time and space, tapping into the quantum awakening spreading across Earth. Billions of minds joined the cosmic chorus, the collective consciousness becoming the stabilizing force the multiverse so desperately needed. The horizon's quantum drive pulsed with unimaginable power, channeling the combined will of humanity into a reality-altering beam. As it struck the rift, the very foundations of the cosmos trembled. For a moment that stretched into eternity, everything hung in the balance. Zara felt herself stretched across infinite realities, simultaneously everywhere and nowhere. She saw the birth and death of universes, the grand tapestry of existence unfolding before her. And then, with a soundless explosion that resonated through every layer of reality, it was done. The rift collapsed in on itself, reality knitting back together with newfound stability. But the changes didn't stop there. Across the multiverse, barriers that had once been impenetrable became permeable. The rigid laws of physics gained a fluidity that allowed for endless possibility. As the crew of the Horizon regained their senses, they found themselves forever changed. They were no longer merely human, but something more, guardians of the cosmic balance, bridge builders between realities. The quantum architect regarded them with newfound respect. "You have done the impossible," it said, its form now a radiant beacon of pure energy. The multiverse is reborn, and humanity stands at the center of a new cosmic order. Zara looked at her crew, seeing the weight of their newfound role reflected in their eyes. They had started this journey as explorers and become the architects of reality itself. As the Horizon prepared to return to Earth, Zara knew that nothing would ever be the same. Humanity had not just reached for the stars, they had reshaped the very cosmos to their will. The journey home would be filled with wonders beyond imagination as they explored the new multiverse they had helped create. But one thing was certain, the adventure was far from over. In fact, it had only just begun. For in rewriting the laws of reality, humanity had opened the door to infinite possibilities. And as the Horizon vanished in a flash of quantum fire, racing back to a changed Earth, the entire multiverse held its breath in anticipation of what this remarkable species would do next. The cosmic stage was set, and humanity was ready to play its part in the greatest story ever told, the endless, ever-evolving saga of existence itself.